Good morning, everyone. It is a privilege to welcome you all to the 37th session of SkillSprint, reinnovating the way the world learns. Every Sunday, this platform unites us to learn, grow, and strengthen ourselves with knowledge and skills that empower both our personal and professional journeys. For today's session, SkillSprint is taking a global perspective with the topic Cultural Intelligence, Lebanon, Small Land, Endless Wonders, which invites us to discover the richness of Lebanese culture and inspire an open minded exploration. We are honored to introduce our resource person for today. With an accomplished academic background in computer and communications engineering and a distinguished master's degree in business administration, today's trainer exemplifies lifelong dedication to professional development, most recently completing a professional diploma in artificial intelligence and data science. She currently manages impactful projects at American University of Beirut Medical Center. Her journey in JCI began in 2005 as a founding member of JCI Lebanon, holding key leadership roles such as National Vice President, National Secretary General, National President, consistently driving growth and excellence. Her work expanded JCI's regional reach, marked by important milestones and celebrated by distinguished award at World Congress events. From serving as JCI North Africa and Middle East Development Counselor, Vice President for Africa and Middle East, and UN Affairs Commissioner, to chairing global committees, her contributions have been recognized with high honors such as Most Outstanding JCI Appointee, along with notable distinctions from Germany, Japan, Belgium, and Canada. Guided by a powerful commitment to leadership and community advancement, it is a privilege to introduce this visionary trainer of today's session. Dear participants, please join me in giving a warm welcome to our esteemed trainer for today's session, JCI Center Rania Haddad. Welcome, ma'am. The session is all yours.
Thank you, President Krishna, for your introduction, and good morning to you, everyone, all the way from Lebanon. It is such a pleasure to be with you this morning, and thank you for sacrificing your weekend to join us. I received this invitation several months ago when we were attending ASPAC in Mongolia. And it is really impressive to note, I saw on the poster that this is the 37th session of the Sprint Skills series by JCI Triprayar, which means I was trying to calculate, it means like approximately every week you have a guest, every Sunday you have a guest, which is really amazing. Congratulations, President Krishna, and to your team on all the efforts that you are doing. And it is a pleasure to talk to you today about my country. Usually the sessions that I'm invited to conduct are more about self-development sessions. So it is quite an experience for me to do this session about my country, and I'd like to recognize the presence of 2014 JCI President Shine. Thank you for joining us, and Mrs. Baskaran, also thank you for taking the time to be with us today. I'm going to start with a small icebreaker. I'll be asking you some questions on Mentimeter. So if you can log into mentimeter.com and I'll provide you with the code. There are like 6 questions that I prepared for you, so you can be answering them, and we'll be seeing the answers on the spot. And in the meantime, President Krishna, if you can make me co-host so that when we're done with Mentimeter, I can share my presentation as well. So if you can kindly log into Mentimeter, and I will write for you the code in the chat box so that the questions will appear. Okay, I started seeing the replies. There's one person who managed to log in, and they already provided their answer. So the first question is, when you hear the word Lebanon, what comes to your mind? Rich culture, beauty, olives? Yes, we have some nice olives here. All over the country. And now it's the season, by the way, for harvesting olives right before winter starts. Tourism, hummus. There's someone who knows Lebanese food well. We'll be talking about it in one of the slides later on. Food, yes. We're known for some good Mediterranean food. Okay, let me go to the next slide. What tree is on Lebanon's national flag? Is it an olive tree, since someone already proposed the olives, a palm tree, a cedar tree, or an oak tree? If any of you is familiar with the Lebanese flag, we have a tree in the middle. And try to use your imagination. I know you're connected to the internet. Try not to look it up. Just try. There's no, most of the questions there aren't, for this one, there is the right and wrong. But for other questions, most of them are like subjective. So there isn't a right and wrong. One person answered olive, 4 people answered cedar, 2 people answered oak. Nightlife is also correct. Lebanon is known for its vibrant nightlife. Okay, next question. How long does it take to drive across Lebanon from the north from the first point at the north till the very south? About 3 hours, about 8 hours, about 15 hours, about 24 hours. I know that all these don't apply to India because it's much larger than Lebanon. We have a small country. Okay, I should have answered for the previous question. It is a cedar tree that is in the flag. Okay, 8 hours, 15 hours. Okay, so the correct answer here, no one answered it. It's 3 hours. Lebanon is that small. Okay, next question. Which of these Lebanese exports do you think is most famous worldwide? Our olive oil, fashion designers who dress up celebrities, jewelry, or coffee? Okay, several of you have heard about our olive oil, fashion. Okay, everyone's choosing olive oil. Okay, so the right answer here is fashion designers. We have internationally renowned fashion designers. I prepared a slide about them as well, who dress up celebrities, popular celebrities, especially Hollywood stars. Next question. Which of these Indian states is closest in size to Lebanon? Kerala, Maharashtra, Rajasthan, or Goa? In the chat box, we have 2 answers for Goa, 6 answers here for Goa. Rajasthan in the chat box. Okay, so the correct answer is Goa. And the last question is, if you could visit Lebanon, what would you be most excited to see or experience? Beaches, culture, food, and malls. You? Adventures, cultural richness, fashion designers, and in the chat box, food, beaches, Rita Grotto, I guess this is maybe a spelling mistake. It's bungee jumping, sweets. Okay, that's good to know. We are known for most of the things that you already provided here. Natural landmarks. Okay. All right. Thank you for participating in this icebreaker. It was just a way to get to see your thoughts before we start the presentation. The title of our session is Lebanon, a Small Land and Endless Wonders, because this is the truth about it, and not because I come from this beautiful land, but it is a small one, and at the same time, it is rich with many, many things. This is our flag. For those of you who are not familiar with it, white represents peace, and the cedar tree in the middle, it is our national emblem. It is popular in our land. And red is a representation of the blood of the martyrs who passed away historically. Now, the type of government that it is called the Republic of Lebanon. We have a head of state, and usually every 6 years, a new head of state is elected, and constitutionally, they can be elected more than once. Our capital city is the famous Beirut city, which is around 20 square kilometers, and around 2.5 million people live in it. Our official language is Arabic, Now, I'm sure most of you don't know Arabic. In Arabic, we have different dialects. So Lebanese, like there are many common words, but Lebanese Arabic is different than Syrian Arabic, is a bit different than Jordanian Arabic or the Arabic that they speak in the Gulf or in North Africa, like in Tunisia, Morocco, Algeria. So there are different dialects, but all of them are Arabic. And other languages that we speak here, because we are a francophone country, we were conquered by France ever since the end of World War One until 1943. So the second language is French. So like if you get into a taxi or if you get into a small grocery store, like everyone knows how to speak French in Lebanon, and the business language is English. Our area, as I mentioned, we are a very small country, especially compared to the Indian subcontinent. It is 10,452 square kilometers, and our population is around 6 million. And this includes refugees, like we have some Palestinian refugees. Recently, in the past like 10 years, ever since the war broke in Syria, we had an influx of refugees. Now that there was a change in their regime, many of them started going back to their country. So we are a total of 6 million here, and you will be impressed to hear that the Lebanese diaspora is even more. We have around 15 million outside Lebanon. Many of them are in Latin American countries, mainly in Brazil and Argentina, and in some different African countries, some in Europe, some in USA. But it is known that the Lebanese diaspora is more than the number of people who live here. Our currency is called the Lebanese lira. Our main religions are Christianity and the Muslim religion. However, we have 18 different sects, and they all coexist in this small piece of land. We do have four seasons. We have winter, spring, summer, and autumn. And because of global climate change, which is affecting the whole world, there is a shift. Like sometimes winter can get intense. We do have mountains, so we do have snow in the mountains, not like in Beirut, it does not snow. And we do have rain, and at the summer, it can get really humid, it can get really hot. The best time of the year is to be here for spring, autumn, so the weather would be quite mild at that time of the year. Our Independence Day is coming up soon, November 22. We got our independence from France in 1943. However, ever since then, France has been acting more of like we call it like a mother for Lebanon. Usually, when there is political conflict, etc., the French president usually tries to lobby in support of Lebanon. And our national airline is called the Middle East Airlines, and it was established ever since 1945. So this year, it turns around 80 years old, and it has a very good historical track record. Now, Lebanon is very well known to be a crossroad of different civilizations. So, throughout our history, we had many different civilizations that came to this land, conquered it, lived here, and that's why you see that. The people here are a blend. You see signs of these different civilizations in our food, sometimes in the some of the vocabulary that we use in our language. See it in some different types of lifestyle. For instance, some say that Lebanese are not Arabic people, but they are initially our ancestors are Phoenicians. Now the Phoenicians, they came here many years even before Jesus Christ. So they're very well known to be very famous traders back then, and they gave birth to the first known alphabet in the world. And that's why Lebanese people around the world are known to be good negotiators, they are good business people, and it is usually attributed to such ancestors who were very good traders. They would trade back then the wood of the cedar trees. In addition to others, I will not name them all, I'll just stop on some of them, Assyrians, Babylonians, etc. You can read the list. And the Roman Empire also left quite some traces here. We have many Roman temples, many Roman ruins, whether in Beirut. We will be talking about a famous city called Baalbek, where we have the largest Roman temple in the world, which is very well preserved until this date. Islamic caliphates, crusaders, etc., Ottoman Empire. For instance, for those of you who have been in Turkey and might have tasted their baklava, it is a very common type of sweet here. So this is attributed to when they were occupying Lebanon. And then, as I mentioned, we had the French Mandate. And we had a civil war in Lebanon that ended in 1990, and then there was a heavy Syrian presence, and they had control over the government until the year 2005. And we have a long history with our southern neighbor, Israel, several wars with them. The latest was last year between September and November. So this is just to give you an idea of why it is such a cosmopolitan country, and the people are so, like, they are a blend of different civilizations. Now, tourism is a main pillar in Lebanon. Like, it is a main part of the economy. It's true, it is a small piece of land. However, it is rich with many things to do, many things to see, many things to experience. I was talking about the city of Baalbek. This is one of the photos of it. This is called the Temple of Bacchus, and it is among the largest Roman temples in the world, and it is very well preserved. It's a huge. The city is called Baalbek, and the ruins are attributed to that city. So it is in a very nice part of the country called the Bekaa Valley, which is a very fertile land in between the two series of mountains in Lebanon. The people are known to be very kind, very generous over there, especially because it is rich in agriculture. So usually people who deal with agriculture, it is known, I'm trying to translate from Arabic. People who, the land gives a lot. When there's agriculture, it is very generous. And so people who deal with agriculture are also known, it reflects on them. So they are generous people. So the people in the Bekaa Valley are known for that. And definitely it is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Another one of our popular cities is more toward the north of the country, is called, and by the way, there's a very famous festival that takes place every summer in Baalbek for many years now, and they host all sorts of singers, performers, theaters. It's a beautiful festival to attend because of the ambience of the place, because of the grandeur of the temples that are over there. And that place is very near to the Syrian border as well. Oh, I forgot to mention in the first slide, we are on the coast of Lebanon, from the north till the south is on the Mediterranean Sea. And we are bordered by two countries mainly, Syria, which our major part of our border is with them, and there's occupied Palestine or Israel towards the south. So, next city I'd like to talk about is Byblos. And it is very well known coastal city. It has, this is its photo, it has a beautiful port over there, and there are plenty of restaurants on that port, and they specialize in fish normally. It also hosts a very nice summer festival where they have international performers, singers, etc. every year in the summer, and it is popular to be one of the oldest continuously inhabited cities in the world because people started living there since 5,000 years before Christ. It has also a Roman, the remains of a Roman amphitheater and a castle as there. It is well known for the old souks, very nicely preserved, and a vibrant nightlife in addition to the popular restaurants. And next we have several cedar forests. I mentioned that the cedar is our national emblem. So we have different forests around the country. The cedar tree is very known to live for many, many, many years, like hundreds and hundreds of years. And the quality of the wood that it produces is also very good. And that was why Phoenicians used to trade that wood historically. One of the famous cities as well is Deir el Amr, which is a beautiful city in the mountains. Very nice climate, a very nice destination to go to. It has the traditional Lebanese houses with the red tiled brick. It's like 45 minutes away from Beirut. One of you mentioned Jaita Grotto. This is also a natural wonder that we have here. It is made of two caves where they have these stalactites and stalagmites that formed over the years, and one of them has like water there where you can go into a boat. It is truly a beautiful site to go to, and I remember it was a candidate to be among the seven natural world wonders previously, but it didn't make it back then in the voting for the top seven of them. And by the way, I chose because of in the interest of time, there are many other destinations to go to in Lebanon. I singled out these six just in the interest of time. One of our main cities in the south is Tyre, and it is also known for the Roman temples over there. It is on the coast. It is very well known for the beach. Many people go even from Beirut to the beach over there, and it's very well known for fish. Other things that Lebanon is well known for is the delicious food. Mediterranean food is quite diversified, so definitely it's difficult to lose weight if you visit us over here. The country is also very rich in culture. There are plenty of theaters, plenty of museums distributed all over the country. There are many such cultural events that fight for your time. You never can really get bored over here. We always have new restaurants opening, always new cafes, always new pubs. We are very well known for a very vibrant nightlife. People are very social over here, and they like to spend time with others. Family ties are strong. Usually you preserve relationships with friends, so it's always fun. The education caliber is very good. We have some very reputable schools. The private schools are of good caliber. The public schools are not as good. We have some prominent universities. For instance, the American University of Beirut is one of the very famous ones in the region. It was established back in 1866. So we have students coming from 80 different countries from the region and outside of it. Lebanon is very well known for diversity and coexistence. As I mentioned, we have 18 different religious sects, and they all coexist together, and the people are known to be very hospitable and friendly, and we always get pleasant comments from tourists who come, like they enjoy the ambience, they enjoy that hospitality. A couple more points before I give you the floor. I can see that we have 10 more minutes to finish up. As we mentioned, we have some very famous internationally renowned fashion designers who made it to become globally known, and they dress up Hollywood stars, they dress up first ladies around the world. Among the most famous, actually the first one who became that well known is Elie Saab. You can see him in the first photo with the light. He dresses up the likes of Celine Dion, Jennifer Lopez, Halle Berry, and many others. We have Zuhair Mrad, George Hbei'a, Nicolas Joubran, Reem Akra, and Tony Ward. This is to name a few only, but always when there are like international awards, etc. You can see it's rare not to see that some of those celebrities are dressed up by these Lebanese fashion designers. Another thing we are popular for is wine. Actually, Lebanon is known to be among one of the oldest wine growing regions in the world. And it is known that wine was being produced here ever since 750 years before Christ. So we have more than 40 wineries. One of my uncles built a boutique winery in the south back in 2018. So we added it to the list as well. So we are known for good quality wine, and it is exported to different parts of the world. Many of them are based in the Bekaa Valley. My uncle's winery is among the few that are, if not the only one in the south. We have different ones in a city called Batroun near Byblos. For instance, it is called Exir, and I listed here some of the awards that it got, just for you to know that we are popular for our wine. And finally, we talked about all the positive things, like in everything in life. Positive things also have there are some negative things as well. Historically, we had a turbulent history. We had a long civil war of 15 years from 1975 till 1990. And every now and then there is some political turbulence, some political instability. I listed some of the major events that happened. One of the main ones was back in August 2020. Maybe many of you saw it in the news. Port of Beirut exploded, and it is known to be the largest non-nuclear explosion in the history of mankind in such a small piece of land. I remember back then that even it was even heard and felt until Cyprus, which is around 20 minutes away by flight from Lebanon. So, with all these hardships, this made Lebanese people resilient, and they have a strong love for life. They love having fun, they love life, they're positive people in general. So, that's it basically from my side. Sorry, I was too quick. I would have liked it to be a bit more interactive, but in the interest of time, the floor is yours, or the screen is yours actually. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to tend to them.
Hello, ma'am. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing? I'm happy to see you on this forum, and it was nice to know about the beautiful country, the richness of the culture and the food. And you were talking about the exports, right? Like about wine. So I would like to know how is the scope of it, because it would be helpful for me.
Well, I don't have exact numbers with me. I can find some statistics and I can share them with President Krishna and she can share with you. But I know that it is a main item that is exported from here, especially the wines that we have had since a long time. For instance, we have Chateau Ksara was founded ever since 1857, which is a very, very long time ago. They're very well known for the good quality and the type of soil in the land. It gives good quality grapes. They have large vineyards over here in the Bekaa Valley. So if you are interested, I can look up some statistics more about the scope, and I can share them with President Krishna.
Yes, ma'am. I would be glad to receive the information regarding that.
Okay.
And you also
Sure.
shared about the Phoenicians, and it inspired me to know more about it. And thank you for the lovely session. And host president and the team, it was really a wonderful session to know more about the Lebanese culture, country, and the richness what they have. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it. And we
Yes,
hope
ma'am.
to see you
Indeed.
here someday in the future.
Definitely, definitely. Amen.
Any other questions?
Without going into the political side of it, can you just explain the story of resilience in regards to the war that happens with Israel and all?
Yeah. For me, I was raised in Kuwait. So there were different incidents of wars by Israel on Lebanon. So I didn't get a chance to live them until last year. Last year in September, there's a specific party in Lebanon that is supported by Iran. So and it Israel considers that because we are on the border with them, so it's like it is supporting Hamas over there. And the Houthis in Yemen. So Israel launched a war on like specific parts in Lebanon where that party is headquartered. There's a suburb in Beirut called Dahi, which was heavily attacked back then, and it's not very far away from where I live. And in the Bekaa Valley, because it is a Shia from it's a sect from Muslim religion, and in the south, it was a heavy war back then on these three main parts. If you are not there, you should be safe, but at the same time, sometimes they would assassinate some of the leaders if they might be in other parts of the country on the road. So it was really dangerous. I remember for 2 months, they were from end of September till then the ceasefire was declared end of November. So I never even slept in my room because then the sound was, many of the attacks would take place at night. And at night, when things calm down, then the sounds are very high. So I would always sleep on the sofa in the sitting room where the TV is on, and in order to dilute the sound. So it was a very, very bad experience. And this is just a small incident. Like I lived these 2 months, but there are people like our parents, our other elder relatives who lived the whole civil war. So when you go through hardships, then you have to find mechanisms to survive. Maybe back then people didn't have the option like now to easily relocate, etc., find jobs elsewhere. So many relocated, but many others had to stay as well. And with that, they had to find mechanisms to cope and to live and to continue and to survive. And this is what builds resilience. And because historically, as I mentioned, we have been occupied by many different civilizations. So this occupation, some of it had wars included. And that's why it's like it became in our evolution, in our genes, to develop resilience and always to make the best out of things. So even if there's political turbulence, even if there's political instability, you will find that, for instance, the summer that passed was a very vibrant one. Plenty of festivals. All the expatriates were coming to Lebanon to see their friends, to see their families. People would be busy catching up with everyone. So it's like the total opposite reaction. So you get more attached to life, you get more attached to having fun, to enjoying people. This is how resilience is built because of all those hardships. I hope I managed to answer your question.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I remember I wanted to attend the World Congress last year. I've been attending every JCI World Congress ever since 2005. And it was in early November, so the ceasefire was not declared. And the airport is, to get to the airport, we have one airport in Lebanon because it's a small country. So you have to pass through Dahi, which was quite dangerous. And till the last minute, I was thinking, can I go? Can I not go? And I remember because Taiwan is not a very popular destination from Lebanon, so we don't have an embassy or a consulate. So the COC team was working on our visas. So I applied, and 1 week before the Congress, I got the visa. So it was even an adventure to get to the airport. And while in the airport, it was an adventure praying for no airstrikes to happen because it would be horrible. Like if you're in the flight, you would be seeing some of the attacks, etc. Luckily, it went smoothly. I managed to attend the Congress with another past JCI officer from Lebanon. And a few days after we got back home, the ceasefire was declared. See, another hand was raised up by Salahuddin.
My name is Salahuddin. I think my name is a little bit familiar in your Middle East region.
It is Arabic. It is an Arabic name, yes.
Yes. I just, I'm so sorry to hear that your internal politics and all these issues. But I know some Lebanese people. They are very brave, and I have some friends also from Middle East. Kind of, whatever the problems comes from, whatever the issues, they'll face it, and they are very vibrant, and kind of, even in the issues, while the issues are keeping, like their fashion, they're keeping, with their life, part of life, and the food and everything is really good, and it's happy to see you here. Thank you.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be with you.
Rania, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. President.
For everybody, me and Rania was working together as a JCI Vice President in 2011 and 2013 as Executive Vice President. Very happy to see you here, Rania. And I remember Krishna approached you during the Mongolia for the Asia Pacific Conference, during the Asia Pacific Conference. Thank you so much for being here and spend your valuable time this Sunday.
Thank you for making the time to join us. And it was really a pleasure to know, because we know Krishna and her sister since they were little girls. They would come and join throughout your years as an officer, and later on when you became world president. So it was really nice to see that she grew up to become the local president, and look at all the impact that she is creating. So it's really heartwarming to be her guest today.
Thank you, ma'am. Is there any more feedbacks?
Rania ma'am, really it was a wonderful session, and while you are summing up, you told to visit World Congress, you took so much of adventure. That shows your dedication and passion towards GCI and the love what you have. But when we travel for any events, when we stay in any hotel or nearby, with traffic sounds only, we don't get sleep and we get disturbed. But you yourself managing with those airstrikes, keeping your heart and soul on your shoulder and keeping your commitment, that's really kudos. So I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude and really inspiring. And I've seen you in a couple of conferences, and even when you came to India, and your words are really, really impactful. Thank you so much for showing that lady can do if she can, believe in herself and can reach places. Airstrikes is nothing. It's not a big deal. Our commitment is important. Really inspiring. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sirisha. And on a lighter note, when we went to Taiwan, there was a typhoon, and I was thinking, I survived the war and I came here to die in the typhoon. But it went
That's really amazing.
smoothly. Yes.
So you come from a place, what you mentioned about Phoenician, so you are a Phoenix indeed. Thank you. Nice to know that. All the best, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. We had a question in the chat box. Can you throw some light on the legacy of Khalil Gibran in Lebanon currently, post close to 100 years since he passed away?
Yes, he's a very famous personality in Lebanon, especially in his city in Bsharri in the north. For those of you who haven't heard of him, he's a famous writer, philosopher. Actually, earlier this summer, in the cedars forest in the north, I attended a play which was commemorating his memory and with his famous book, The Prophet, and it was spectacular. This is a Lebanese group called Mayas, which is made up of female dancers. A couple of years ago, they won America's Got Talent show and they became really popular. And now they are sought after. They even have performances with Beyonce. So they became really popular, and it was a beautiful display in the heart of where he was born. There's a museum in his name. He's very popular. His sayings are still applicable till this date, especially his book, The Prophet. So Lebanese are very, very proud of him, although he spent most of his years outside Lebanon. He didn't live very long in Lebanon. So definitely he's a very popular Lebanese figure.
Thank you all for your valuable feedbacks. I have attached a feedback form that you can fill out and also shared our SkillSprint WhatsApp group for latest updates. As we bring this beautiful session on cultural intelligence, Lebanon, small land and endless wonders to a close, my heartfelt gratitude goes to each one of you who joined today. We didn't just learn a culture, we connected with stories, traditions, and vibrant spirit of Lebanon, reminding us how wonderfully rich and diverse our world truly is. On behalf of JCI Triprayar, a special thank you to our incredible trainer for today's session, JCI Sen Rania Haddad, for sharing her passion and wisdom with such grace. Ma'am, you have always been an inspiration and a true role model, both in the way you carry yourself and in the love you radiate for your country. To formally conclude, I warmly invite our junior JC chairperson, JJ Karishma TS, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Good morning, everyone. As we conclude, I sincerely thank all participants for joining us today. A special thanks to a wonderful speaker, JCI Sen Rania Haddad. Ma'am, your session was a beautiful reflection of what inspires you, and it was energizing for us all to witness your true connection to your homeland. Thank you for graciously accepting our invitation and for investing your valuable time in SkillSprint initiative. Thank you to the SkillSprint team led by VP Training JC Sidesh Shashidaran, Director Training JC Savit Velil, and the dedicated JCI Triprayar team for organizing this meaningful session. Your collective efforts have made this event a great success. Wishing you all continued growth and learning, and have a great day ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, Karishma. So let us carry today's learning forward and continue to grow together as a strong community. So the learning never stops. See you all next week for the next sprint. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.